Welcome everybody to my latest video. So for this video, I'm going to show you how to play Jamma arcade games on your Neo Geo cabinet. Now, I made a video explaining how to do this probably about, maybe 5 or 6 years ago. Maybe even less, or as low as 4. So this is kind of just a rehash of that video, and one of the main reasons is because some things have changed in terms of where you can shop to get the product that you need. Now, if you could probably just skip to the very end and see what you need to get, but let me explain a few things. Jamma arcade games cannot safely be played on a Neo Geo multi-slot cabinet. Now, if you have a dedicated Neo Geo cab and it is a single slot cabinet, you will be able to play Jamma games with no harm. At least that's everything I've read. I've never actually had a single slot cabinet. And as you know, Neo Geos come in 1, 2, 4, and 6 slots. Do they come in 8? I don't think so. But anyways, there is a difference between playing Jamma games on a Neo Geo cabinet and playing Neo Geo games on a Jamma cabinet. So, why is there a difference? Well, although both wiring harnesses are wired almost the same, they are not 100% the same. Now, hold on, kind of tripping over things here. Now, you may be asking, well, why do I want to play Jamma games on my Neo cab when I have this cab? Well, the thing is, for this cabinet, I mostly play CPS2 games. I have my Darksoft multi-CPS2 cart in there. And I love playing CPS2 games. And my other Jamma games, if I wanted to play them, I have to go in, open this up, take out the CPS2 unit, put in the other Jamma game. It's not that it was difficult. It was just, sometimes I'd want to play, I don't know, 3 Wonders, and then go back and start playing Grandmaster Challenge again. And I couldn't do that because, well, although it's changed, at the time I had Star Wars Trilogy, my Neo cab, I had a shooting cabinet in here, and a pinball machine. So my other cabinets were actually out in the garage, and look right there, a little chip. So I would just play mostly my games in here because although I got games in the garage, playing in the main house is obviously much better. So I decided that I want to start playing games on there also. That way I won't have to keep switching games out on here. Now, before I show you what you need, what can happen, you ask, if I was to put a Jamma arcade PCB in here? Well, let me tell you a story. This is when I first started to get into arcades, and hey, we all start somewhere. We don't know everything immediately. So I had a Jamma game. I put it in a Neo Geo cabinet, and it was playing perfect. It was no problem. And I'm thinking, gee, why do people say not to do this? Well, I come to find out a couple days later the reason why you can't do that. If you put a Jamma game in a multi-slot Neo Geo cabinet, you're gonna fry the sound on your PCB. And that's what happened to me. Unfortunately, the game that the sound got fried on was Ninja Turtles. So that really sucked. So yeah, you can put a Jamma game in there and it probably will play no problem, but you run a very high risk of damaging the board. So what do you need to do in order to safely play games on there? Well, let me show you. Okay, so here we are, and as you can see, we have a special adapter. Now, this is an adapter that's been custom made, and you can get this at Jamma X Nation or JammaNationX.com. In fact, you can see right there, JammaNationX.com. This adapter was originally, I believe, the special adapters that this place sells in order for you to safely or quickly play Pandora's Box, multi-carts, and Game Elf multi-carts on your Jamma cabinet without having to hack and slash your Jamma harness. So let's take a look here. Now remember, there is a difference between playing Neo Geo games in a Jamma arcade cabinet. That's different than playing Jamma arcade games inside a Neo Geo cabinet. Let's take a look at the back here. Now the part about when I was talking about how things have changed before, I used to be able to purchase an item much like this at a place called JammaBoards.com. It was a great website. Some people didn't care for it. I bought a lot of my gear from there. And unfortunately, the website is no longer valid. That's because the owner unfortunately died of cancer, I believe, last year. So the arcade community lost what I consider a great asset. And sometimes that website had things that you couldn't even find anywhere else. At least in my experience. Now, well, I shouldn't say the website is no longer active. It is active, it's just the Jamma, or the store of the website, is no longer active. There's other parts on there that you can search around. In fact, if you view the Jamma section of the arcade cabinet, you'll actually see one of my early videos on there. It was a video of explaining how a Jamma harness works. I can't remember the name of the video offhand. I'll probably put it at the end of this video. But yeah, it's a great place. Unfortunately, you can't buy anything from there anymore. And I searched and searched and searched, and I couldn't find these adapters anyplace until I contacted the people at JammaNationX.com. So if you're interested, you know, go over there, tell them exactly what you want, and they can make it. This thing I think was about 30 bucks or so. So yeah, let me go ahead and plug this in, and we will play a game. Alright, really quick, before I turn the cabinet on. There you are. You can see there's my Neo Geo harness right here. Here's the adapter. You just plug it in this section, plug this section into your Jamma PCB, and it's that easy. You don't have to worry about anything else. Now, before I start, one of the cool features, and I don't know if this is just, you know, if this is going to be allowed on future orders. I don't even know if this company will make more of these. I could be wrong, so, you know, hopefully they will. But when the guy made this one for me, he asked me, he gave me the option to either make the Jamma test switch available by pressing the select game button on your Neo Geo cabinet, or to make the Jamma test switch button available via your regular test switch down there on your Neo Geo cab. So that was pretty cool. I like that, and I chose to keep the test switch down there. So let's go ahead and power this up, and we'll take a look. Alright, so as you can see, we're playing WrestleFest. The volume's a little low. I didn't adjust it, but I think you can still hear it. Obviously, it looks a little bit darker. You know, you got the plexi here. But let's go ahead and play. Do just a little bit of gameplay, nothing fancy, but it'll allow you to see that everything does in fact work. This was one of my favorite games as a kid. Nice. Let's get the warrior in here again. That didn't go so well. Alright, we'll do another match. That was only a couple minutes. But, you know, now you can see it's really cool to be able to play Jamma games on here with no issues. Not having to worry about, you know, burning out the sound. And in this case, you know, once I'm done with this one, I could quickly go back and start playing some Grandmaster Challenge. This was probably one of the few games where, even with just one quarter, you could get your game's worth. I was actually surprised that a sequel was never made for this game. How are we doing on time? Well, there you are. So, you know, hopefully the video wasn't too long, but yeah, I'll go ahead and put a link to the store where you can purchase this adapter. Hopefully they'll still make them. And then you too can also play Neo Geo games, or you can play Jamma games on your Neo Geo cabinet. So there you are. Until next time.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.